This 3D Life.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to This 3D Life, episode number 49. My name is Nick Cascarella, and with me, Shauna O.
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm all right.
A little tired today?
Very tired today.
Yeah, me too. So, for those who do not know, PAXEast 2015 was this past weekend, and we attended, and it was fun.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all there is to say
Bye.
about it.
See ya.
No. Okay. Well, no, PAX was fun. I'm not saying no, it wasn't. PAX was a ton of fun, but we didn't really play too much.
No.
It was a lot more about going and hanging out and seeing people and meeting people, and it was awesome.
I feel like we would have played more if the floor was maybe set up a little bit better. Last year they had bigger, a lot more bigger games, and then this year they had a lot of small games, and they crammed a ton of small games into this space, and then pushed up.
It's like they kept the indie space the same size, crammed more stuff into it, and then there was less AAA space stuff on that side of the building, and
they doubled the size of the queue line.
Right. So, like, there's, like, a gazillion fucking people to play not many things. And anything that wasn't, like, a super sought-out game, like, the lines were outrageous.
Yeah. I mean, every line pretty much was capped at all points during the weekend. For the bigger things like Overwatch, which I have no idea what that is still.
Blizzard's new game.
And Splatoon, capped.
Which I wanted to play so bad.
And then, so all there was to really play that, unless you were waiting around on those things, was indie games, which is totally fine. But the indies were way too packed.
Yeah, it was insane. They needed to make it bigger. They needed more room in the indies. Because they set it up the same way they always do, which is they'll put, like, all the indies together, but then also we'll put, like, booths that are, like, selling stuff. Like T-shirts and whatever. They like put it with them. And,
we love Fine.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Which I love that they're at the conventions and stuff. But like putting them in the indie section like doesn't work anymore because the indie section is, should be most of the floor. But
agreed.
I mean, regardless of all that, we did play some stuff and we had a great time and we met a lot of really great people and. I mean, overall, the weekend was awesome.
Agreed.
So, but as for...
we'll start with the week outside of PAX.
All right, yeah.
And then we'll work into what we played at PAX.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay. So, we didn't watch anything. We've kind of lost touch with television thanks to One Tree Hill. But now that's done, we can get caught back up and maybe check out some stuff. But
maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. I made it a point to find time to watch the first 2 episodes of Last Man.
Well, yeah. I watched it with you.
Right. But I made it a point.
Yes. You were like, we have to sit down and watch these 2 things.
Right. So this is Will Forte's new show.
Yes. He's like writing it and like he's doing like everything
on it. And starring in it.
Yeah.
Being one of 2 cast members.
Yeah, in the whole show.
Well, that's not true.
Well, that we know of.
Well, there's flashbacks and stuff.
Right. Okay. That is correct. So
it was funny, but I was expecting much more. Like, IGN gave it like a 9 point something.
Yeah, and everyone, like all these different comedians that I follow on Twitter were like, this show is fucking incredible.
And it's a good show.
It's very good. I enjoyed it a lot.
I just don't think it's incredible.
I think I liked it more than you did.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I just don't think it's a 9.
I don't know. I thought it was very good. I thought it was funny. I'd like to see what...
Things can still be good and not be a 9.
That's very true. That is super fucking true. Things that are 7s and 6s are still good.
Sometimes.
I think they are.
Sometimes.
But
I think it's worth checking out.
For sure. It's worth... I want to watch... I think another episode aired. I would like to watch it. What?
Nothing. It was like a strangely stated sentence.
Because I'm completely unsure of how of anything that is going on in the world.
Okay. Other than that, 2 games came out. More than 2 games came out, obviously, but we played 2 games that came out.
I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah.
First of which
a bunch of shit came out.
Yeah.
But we
played 2.
Yeah.
Helldivers.
Yes.
Which is on PS4, Vita, probably other things.
I'm not sure if it's on Xbox or not.
We have played it on PS4 and Vita. We have a Let's Play up on our YouTube of us playing.
Yes.
What do you think of it?
Helldivers is awesome.
It's very good.
It's super, super good. I would like to play a lot more because there's a lot to explore in that game. There's like a big leveling up system where you like can upgrade your guns and get points to like, you know, get new attachments for guns and get new like you call in. I don't know what they're called in this game, but like I forget what they're called, but it's like ordinances basically. Where you can
like called like stratagems or something.
Stratagems. That's exactly what they're called. But you call in the stratagems, and they could be like a turret gun, or like a plane flies over and drops bombs, or like, you know,
stuff like that.
Yeah, shit to help you out, and you can unlock new ones and upgrade the ones that you have, and there's like a lot going on there, and you don't level up quickly, which is very awesome. And there's a lot of game to play in Helldivers. So for what is it, like $17 on PlayStation right now or something, I suggest people go and buy it. It's very fun. Yeah,
I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed this next game much more, and that would be Ollie Ollie 2 Welcome to Ollywood. I have no idea what it's on because I've only played it on Vita, and I love it on Vita.
It's
so
on Steam.
I don't care to really.
And PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3.
It's so good. It's so good.
Ollie Ollie's awesome. It's like crazy addictive, crazy fun. Like, as far, because I've been mostly playing it on the Vita, we both did. As far as like that goes, it's like the perfect game for the Vita because you can just like pick it up, do 2 or 3 runs, and like put the Vita down.
Right.
Or you can fucking play for a long time. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But it's like so perfectly made for the Vita. But it's so fun.
Absolutely.
Like, it's so addicting, and like you want to finish all the missions on each level, and there's just like it's hard. It is
hard.
Like
it's like frustrating in like a good
Ollie
way.
Ollie 2, Ollie Ollie 1, like obviously you know that the game doesn't play like any other skateboard game. So you get into the game and it immediately feels like something's wrong.
Right.
Because you have to like tap X in order to like
land.
Well, to push like the board to you know, push and kick the board so that you propel yourself forward. And then you like hold down on the stick and release it to ollie. Mm-hmm. But then if you want to do tricks, you have to like, after you release it, like do some sort of motion with the stick in order to do a trick, which I don't know how to do any of them.
It's like Street Fighter. It's not that you just...
Right.
You, instead of holding down and then doing something, it's like a flick.
You flick it in a direction or like 360 around the whatever. Like, it's insane. But I have no idea what tricks like are what directions. So,
I know
like,
some.
So like when I do it, I just like fucking swirl my thumb around and like whatever I fucking do, that's it.
I know like a kick flip and a heel flip and stuff like that. And then I know like a 5-0 grind and I know a lot of the grinds.
I know none of them. I just like go nuts, whatever. And then when you land, you have to hit X. And like the closer,
the perfect time.
Right. And the closer you get to the ground, when you hit it, the better the landing is. Mm-hmm. Which like no skateboarding game ever plays like this. So like getting used to the weird way in which you ollie and then having to like hit X every time you land on something, it's just like throws the entire thing for a loop. But it like kind of adds to making the game super addictive because I find myself like constantly fucking up because I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot to hit it, like not hitting X like at the right time and stuff. But it like is this like very harsh game mechanic that makes the game more addicting.
Yeah. When you find that you like start autopiloting a lot and you're just like going fast and it really gets your adrenaline pumping. I love that game.
It's very good.
It's one of my favorite games this quarter.
This stretch of time that I've been playing games.
I just feel like nothing really good has come out in a while.
Yeah. And Ollie Ollie's very fun and good game.
Right. Well, that's what we did this week. I don't think we did much else other than finish watching One Tree Hill and crying.
Not me.
Okay.
I just didn't.
Heartless bastard.
I just didn't. I don't know what to tell you.
That's okay. So we played. Hello.
What was that?
PAXEast. The things we did.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so first up is this game that is actually already out called Race the Sun.
Right.
It's on PC, PS4, and Vita by Flip Fly Studios, who's also working on another game that I didn't get a chance to play, but really, really wanted to. The
one that was like
gardening
right
sim.
Yeah, it's like some gardening simulation puzzle game.
It looked awesome.
I don't know.
It looked like a tabletop game, but on a PC.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it looked really cool. But Race the Sun, you play as a solar-powered craft, and the sun is setting, and you're trying to stay within sight of it. Mm-hmm. And you're like avoiding obstacles and getting power-ups.
You're automatically going forward. It's like automatically driving forward very quickly, and there's obstacles, and you have to like move left or right. Mm-hmm. But then there's power-ups that like some make you jump, some make you fly, some make you...
Or you're already flying.
Right, some make you like speed boosts, some give you shield. Like, it's just like
it's a lot going
fast, super fast-paced, and like... It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I have this thing about whenever I go to PAX, I don't really like playing on like big screens where people can watch me. It's like a thing I got.
I know.
So I let you take the reins with the PS4, and you said, now I see, you were talking to the guy, you were like, now I see a Vita. He's like, oh yeah, it's on here right now. And I played it on the Vita because that's a small screen that people aren't fucking peering over my shoulder, being douchers about. And I lasted like way longer than you did. And I don't know if that's because the controls are better.
Tighter on the Vita?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But that was a fun fucking game. I've been wanting to download it. We just didn't have good enough Wi-Fi at the hotel.
Right. The game is very good. So I suggest people, you can go on the PlayStation Store right now or on Steam and get it. So do that.
Yeah, do that. It was a cool game.
I don't know how much it is. I didn't look that up.
I think it's 10.
All right.
Maybe. And then another game that we played, this was actually, I think, the first game we played, was Planet of the Eyes.
This game was so fucking cool.
It's a puzzle platformer, I guess you would call it? Kinda?
It's a platforming game that...
has small puzzles.
Not puzzles. It's not really...
It's kind of like Limbo.
Right. Where they're not really puzzles, you just have to kind of platform correctly. In order to like progress.
Right.
But it's the art style and the theme is like 50s sci-fi whatever.
Been seeing a lot of that lately.
Yeah, that is like that art style is kind of making a comeback.
Yeah.
But which is cool. But so you play this like robot thing. It's like the robot's head kind of looks like a Polaroid camera.
Yeah,
and, like,
he's cute.
Yeah. And I guess you've crash landed on this planet, and you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on and on this planet of eyes. So there's like all these like tentacles everywhere that have like eyes, and like everything has like eyeballs all over it.
It's cool.
And the platforming is like creative and cool, and the weight of your character is like pretty heavy. Like it's not floaty, you know. Some platformers you like feel like you float through the air. He's
like
pretty.
Limbo.
Yeah, he's like very heavy. And there's a ledge grab mechanic where you can like grab onto ledges and stuff. So you're like constantly like, I almost am not gonna make this, and then it just like snatches the ledge at like the last second.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
It is cool. It was a cute game. And that's why I did Google the studio because I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
It's by Coco Cucumber is the name of the studio. One word.
Get 'em.
And that is, as of right now, I believe only coming to PC which kind of is a bummer.
Right, but a lot of that usually is the case with a lot of these games that don't have big backing, is they like get greenlit on Steam and then use the funds that they get from Steam to like try and make it to platforms.
Right. But anyway, that comes out this year at some point in time. We also revisited some things that we've already talked about on the podcast, but that we did play again from PAX South to PAX East.
Right.
The first of which being Just Shapes and Beats by Berserk Studios.
Right. So I played it at PAX South. They were like crazy busy, and we like tried to get our PAX South episode. If you go back and listen, we had some drop-in little interviews with people, and we tried to speak with Just Shapes and Beats, but they were so busy. But we saw the game, we went up, I wanted to see if they were playing a new level or whatever, and
They weren't.
It was the same demo, which was fine because that demo's awesome.
And people loved it. I mean, people were... the booth was still slam-packed.
Right, yeah. But, like, fortunately enough for us, the game designer recognized us from PAX South, from trying to get the interview, and invited us to come play.
In the quote,
he like kept joking around with us, telling us that it was his VIP lounge, which was just like a smaller TV behind the big TV, like behind their booth, basically. But either way, he let us play like a different level, and it was very cool. And I am more excited for that game
than we were previously.
Than I was before. It like is a lot of fun. It is hard. It is entertaining as hell. Mm-hmm. With 4 people, it's super fun.
Yeah. We had to steal a stranger.
Yeah, like a random someone that was waiting to play the game. I was just like, you're coming with us. We need someone to play this game. But it was good. The game is very good. Look forward to that game coming out. They're on Twitter. I think their Twitter is Shapes and Beats. Like,
yeah, it is.
I think right now it's only going to be coming out on PC.
The platforms and release date are both to be determined.
Yeah, but he told us PC, but they're hoping to make it onto everything.
I mean, it's like the perfect PlayStation game.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, very fun. We also made it back around to see our homeboys from Bishop Games.
Oh, with Lightfall. I didn't even know that they were going to be there. Because when we talked to them at PAX South, they weren't sure if they were or not. Because South was their first convention, but it did very well for them. They got a lot of very good exposure, and their game is fucking incredible.
Phenomenal.
And I cannot wait for it to come out for people to get to play Lightfall. But it was a newer build. They had it pretty much was the same, just tighter, ran better.
Some added mechanics.
Yeah, a few added little mechanics, not like game-changing mechanics, but little things. The game is going to be very, very, very good. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah. As of right now, it's coming to PC, Mac, PS4, and Vita, correct?
Yes.
And they're hoping for Microsoft console.
Right.
Xbox One.
But as of now, confirmed on all those others.
Mm-hmm. And the date on that is also to be determined. But that's a game, that's something special. And when it comes out, as soon as we know, everyone else will know, because that's something that we're keeping a close eye on.
Yeah. It sounded like they're a lot closer than they thought.
Yeah, I think so.
When we spoke with them this weekend, they said that things were running very, very smoothly.
Yeah.
A lot smoother than they anticipated. Mm-hmm. So it could be sooner than later.
Absolutely. And then, now I was really excited to check this game out. One of the game designers is a close friend of my brother's. Mm-hmm. He used to work at Harmonix, and he left Harmonix and is now making his own game. It's not his own, with a smaller indie studio. Drool is the name of the studio. Mm-hmm. And he has been working on this game called Thumper. Now, it's been getting some decent press because of the people working on it. They all have...
Right, I think a couple of them came from Harmonix.
A couple from Harmonix, some from elsewhere.
Yep.
Just great credentials. So people have been keeping an eye on it. And it's such a hard game to describe. It's like a violent rhythm game. Sort of,
but like not at all. It's presented a little bit like Amplitude, but plays nothing like Amplitude.
No, yeah.
So it's not Amplitude. You're on one track, so you're not switching tracks, and
You're like a little steel bug.
yeah, it looks like a scarab almost.
Yeah, it does kind of.
And the lights and the patterns are like flying around the screen, and it's like very
Hectic.
relaxing and hectic, and like the whole it's insane.
Yeah,
It's fucking
at
crazy.
first the beat starts and it's very glum and drab, and then it picks up.
As it adds mechanic, so like because it was a demo, they wanted to show you how to play the game, and so like as they add a new mechanic for you to do, the beat kind of picks up with it, and then by the time all of the mechanics are presented to you and you're using them all, the beat is like going full, like it's like full-fledged, and
Right.
like everything starts going like really fast and really, and it's like really intense.
Yeah.
And you don't really notice it happening because it starts very slow, and they're like kind of just like, oh, now you do this when this happens, and you like try, and you like hit X when this appears, and you like jump over it, and this
Right.
one you like break through it, and this one you turn really hard, and
Really hard.
yeah,
The
and then-
turns like
the turns like are jarring,
yeah.
and then all of a
I
sudden
fucked up on them so many times.
yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like now all of these things are going at once, and it's like in your face fast, and the beat is like now like blaring, and it's super fucking cool.
It was a very cool game. Now I read that they were quoted somewhere saying, when asked when it comes out, what you can play it on, they said, quote, when it's finished on whatever platforms make sense, which is a great answer.
It's a good answer.
When
but
it's finished on whatever makes sense.
whatever, to me that sounds like we don't know yet. We'll take
Yeah.
anything.
We'll take anything. We're also making sure that the game is finished
Right. Yes, they want the game to be done.
before they even start releasing that kind of information. But one of the guys that we spoke with said that they were shooting for an early summer release if they can.
Mm-hmm.
So
But we'll see.
yeah, we'll see. I'd rather play that game when it's 100% finished, but it was really cool. I'm really excited for it. I was glad that I got to check it out. I didn't get to bump into my brother's friend, but that's okay. Then one of my other favorite games that we played, and I don't know if it's because the game was one of my favorites or because the creator was my favorite, and that would be We Are Doomed by Vertex Pop. Now, this one guy made the game all by himself.
Yes, he made the game, and then realized that he like didn't know how to make sounds and music properly, so he like got someone to do that.
Right.
But at first, he was doing everything himself, and then was like, "My sound effects and music is garbage. I need like a real person to do this."
So it's basically like it's just a twin stick shooter.
Yeah,
And you're shooting at these like
almost in the. It's like in the vein of like Geometry Wars, where you're on a grid type.
sort of
It's not like Stardust, where you're on a sphere, or like Resogun, where you're on a cylinder.
Right.
It's like flat. It's like a plane.
yeah. And then you're shooting at these like
Spaceship things.
I think they're monsters. They're supposed
Yeah.
to be like
But the art style is insane.
It's very,
like, it's
like,
super cool.
hard like geometric shapes.
Yeah, that are
And-
all like very bright colors.
Yeah. And the background's changing and the songs actually the music is really good.
Yeah, well, the music was very good.
And then he was just like the cutest fucking thing. He was so funny and sweet. I loved him. He made all these different business cards, like different ones. And they were beautiful business cards. And I said that to him. He's like, oh, that's my favorite part of this stuff. Like setting up the booth all pretty. And I was like, oh, I fucking love you. Like he's the coolest.
He was just happy that people thought his game
Yeah.
like looked nice and like played well. And,
Yeah. And it did. It played once you pick it up and you realize what you're supposed to be doing and what you're
yeah,
not supposed to do.
yeah,
Which sometimes requires a little trial and error. There's little to no direction to the game.
yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I think more games need to
just
like,
throw you in.
Yeah, I mean, like originally, like old games used to do that, but
Right.
more so because the technology wouldn't allow any other way. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't enough data on cartridges or discs and stuff, so
Right.
it was just kind of like You just like figure out how to play the game, and
good luck to you.
right. And then games got away from that, and it became very like hand holding, and now people are like sick of that, and are like, no, just fucking get back in your game and like figure it out.
Yeah, it was great. And that comes out next month,
Yeah.
April 2015, for PS4 and Xbox One.
Yep. And he said that he is working on Vita.
Vita, yeah. And then we only played one other game, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this was one of the games we absolutely wanted to play, and that would be Severed.
Oh,
the new
Drinkbox
Drinkbox game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're expecting it summer 2015, and that will be a Vita exclusive.
It is a Vita exclusive.
And it's amazing.
Drinkbox is the best.
I love
Let me tell you. Mutant Blob's Attack, fucking awesome. Guacamelee is one of my favorite games ever.
It is one of your favorite games.
And Severed is looking everything I've seen on it, and then what I played,
Amazing.
fucking awesome. It like the art style, very reminiscent of Guacamelee, but has its own
I was going to say
look.
it's its own beautiful
Right, it has its own
project,
look, but it definitely has the same vibe.
Right.
It's not as like bright, and
the story's not very bright.
right. The story, it doesn't have like a comedic tone like Guacamelee did.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't come off as bright, even though the colors are gorgeous and the art is gorgeous. And
I love it.
But what I love about Drinkbox is every game that they make is fucking different. Like
Yeah.
Mutant Blobs is nothing like Guacamelee, and Guacamelee is absolutely nothing like Severed.
Right.
Like they are very different games, and all of their games are great. So
And they play differently.
yeah,
and
it's a
everything
completely different
experience.
genre.
Yeah, it's great.
I love it. I love that Drinkbox does that. They just kind of are like, this is the game we want to make now.
Yeah.
Like, and we're gonna make it.
Yeah.
And every time it's great.
Yeah.
So Vita gets an exclusive because Guacamelee and Mutant Blobs did so good on Vita. They basically made the game for the Vita.
Yeah.
And like, awesome.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about that. I'm just so excited about that game.
Yeah, me too. And I don't think we played anything else. We did spend some time at the Devolver booth, but we didn't play anything.
Right, we did checking out like
we were watching people play Hotline Miami
Right.
too, but it comes out tomorrow.
Today for this post.
Yeah.
Tomorrow for us recording, today for you listening.
Yeah.
So there's no need to like stand in line and play Hotline.
Yeah, we just watched people play it, and it was funny, and everyone was having a good time, so that was nice. Then we went to 2 panels. We would have liked to have gone to more, but
hung out
timing.
at some panels, and it was fun.
Yeah, we went to the Just Cause 3 panel.
That game's going to be gorgeous, and
the screenshots are fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
I just don't really care.
I want to play it.
TBH.
It's going to be fun. And then that was
kind of funny.
Yeah, we went to the
meet and greet and panel.
Right, and hung out with some people, met some people. It was great.
Yeah, met some new people. Shout out to Sean Pitts.
Yeah, that dude's super nice. Super cool dude.
And then I sexually harassed Tim Geddes all weekend. Now we're in a fake relationship.
Have fun with that.
Anyway.
All right, so
we're gonna move on.
Yeah, so every week, lots of shit happens in our bubble of a world. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, and some of it's ugly. So this new segment that we started last week is good, bad, and ugly. Mm-hmm. So hit me with the good.
The good. There's the good outweighs the bad, and the bad outweighs the ugly this week.
Right. So that's a good thing.
It's a good week. It was a good week.
There you go.
Overwhelmingly good.
Okay.
Lots of release dates. Lots of announcements.
Lay it on thick. What do you got?
Metal Gear Solid. It's a popular franchise.
The franchise is pretty popular.
If you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Well, they have a new game coming out.
Everyone has heard of this.
I don't know. Everyone has heard of it.
Yes. People are like, can't wait.
Yeah. Metal Gear.
There we go. That's the name of the game. Put that one in the books.
Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain.
That's the name.
I keep getting confused because there's that game coming out that's called Phantom Dust.
There was also that movie called The Phantom Menace.
I'm sure there's some Phantom of the Opera. Okay. Anyway, Metal Gear Solid 5. The release
Phantom
date.
of the Megaplex.
Oh, great movie. That was a good pull. Good for you. Anyway, back to Metal Gear Solid.
The Phantom Pain.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, what?
You're like, what? Where are we going?
The release date was announced.
Sweet. Oh, it was leaked.
It was leaked, yeah.
But then I think they were like, all right, that's
well,
the day.
yeah, there you go. September 1st.
Yeah.
Not too far away.
I feel like something else is supposed to be...
Something else is on September 1st.
What?
Mad Max.
Right. So that was like the big...
I had a segue, but...
Oh, fuck.
Blew it way out of the fucking water.
You go back. What's
No, because the segue is into bad.
Okay.
So we'll go back. Forget Mad Max. You never heard that.
I love Mad Max.
I am Mad Max.
I wish I was.
Anyway, Wolfenstein: The New Order DLC announced. It's called Old Blood.
Oh my god. Can I tell you how happy I was when...
Wolfenstein is such a good game. Well, The New Order is.
The New Order was so good, and then they're giving you more. 2 story missions. Like, I'm
Separate,
assuming 2...
right?
Yeah, right. They're like 2 completely like separate missions that I guess the events that transpire in these missions are the causing effects for what happens in the New Order, because they're prequel missions. But it's not like this mission leads into this mission. I feel like they're 2 standalone missions. One of which is you return to Castle Wolfenstein, which is fucking badass. But the one thing though now is you can fucking straight up cross Bethesda announcing the sequel to New Order at
the E3. Yeah. So that's not it.
So now it's
open up more floor time for Fallout 4.
Well, now it's basically Dishonored 2. Big patch for Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
This is my prediction, by the way.
Skyrim HD.
Skyrim HD, and Fallout 4. Stretch Skyrim HD with a brand new expansion for next gen only, which would be like, honestly, they would sell so many fucking copies.
I'd buy all the copies.
They would sell so many goddamn copies.
All the copies.
But that's never gonna happen. That's like an insane, like, never gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
never say never.
Everything else is truly what I believe is gonna happen at their E3 conference.
Yeah.
You're like cackling at your phone.
I saw this notification. I had to fucking check it because I knew it would be funny.
Of course. But anyway, so Wolfenstein Old Blood.
Old Blood. Old Blood.
Looks sick. There's new guns, new enemies, 2 new...
It's a DLC.
Yes. Awesome.
Okay.
Fuck everything.
Okay, this is... I haven't watched it.
What?
The new Avengers Age of
You
Ultron
really
trailer.
didn't fucking watch it?
I didn't watch it.
Okay. We're going to watch it right now. I'm going to pause this, and then we're going to pick back up. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And we're back from the watching of the trailer.
The viewing.
The viewing of the trailer, The Passion of the Christ.
We didn't watch the Avengers trailer.
We watched The Passion of the Christ instead on YouTube, broken up into 56 segments. The Passion of the Christ part 26 out of 53 didn't work well.
No.
It was in shitty quality.
Okay. That was a pretty cool trailer.
It's an awesome trailer.
Yeah. I feel like every single time I see Captain America and hear Chris Evans say anything, I like him less and less.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just like turned off by the Captain America character?
Yeah. Same with Thor though, but the thing is, Chris Hemsworth has got my loins on lockdown.
Wow.
So
got my loins on lockdown.
yeah. So like while I don't really care for Thor, the MCU Thor, I fucking hate Cap much more. And which is weird because I think Captain America 1 is one of the best Marvel movies.
I think so too.
But Captain America 2 put a sour taste in my mouth for the character. I still enjoyed the movie because I liked Falcon.
Up until Guardians was my favorite one.
Yeah, I liked Falcon.
Where's he at? Is he going to be in this movie?
I don't believe so.
Doing flippies in the air with his wings?
And I loved Winter Soldier. I loved what's his face?
Yeah, he was really good.
What is his name?
It's just a guy.
Sexy.
His name is what's his face.
He's great. And then I thought that Natasha, Black Widow, was great in that movie, but I don't like Chris Evans.
Here's the deal. There's one shot, one still in the trailer that got me so hype as fuck. And they're like in the snowy woods, and it's like all of them like leaping into action, like panning from the left to the right, and like Hawkeye is like midair, like with his bow out, and Captain America is like on a motorcycle, and it's just like a straight up a panel out of a comic book.
And
it's fucking badass.
Right. I just really can't stand Chris Evans. He said something like, "You really gotta ask," and I was like, "God, you're a douchebag."
Wow.
I cringed.
Well, I think it's gonna be a very entertaining flick.
I think so too.
To chew on popcorn.
I mean, there's obviously some things that I think were like a cop out, like them just having Tony Stark be the creator of Ultron.
Right. Well,
it's just like
their
we didn't introduce Ant-Man early enough, so
right. Their timeline is weird.
They could just be like, we don't know who made him, and then in the Ant-Man movie, Hank Pym can feel guilty about it, and that's why he's passing off the torch of Ant-Man.
Right. But,
Bam! I should write for Marvel.
Right, but obviously they have a much longer run plan.
Yes.
And
I don't know what they do.
And maybe in the movie, Tony Stark says that he had the help of Hank Pym. And you know what I mean?
We'll see.
Like, there's still things that could be said and done.
I guess. But Vision, that's tight.
At the end of the trailer, you get the first shot of Vision.
I looked at you, I was like, wait, is that Vision?
Yeah.
It's tight.
It's badass.
Yeah. Also, Marvel related, but this is like vague, so I don't even know why I bothered bringing it up. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, okay. James Gunn, that's his name, right? His first name is James, right?
Still is.
Well, you know, who knows? Announces his quote favorite hero will be appearing in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Right, and then the internet exploded with guesses.
Yeah.
He gave some Twitter hint when he said that was so vague. He used an obscure word in a sentence, and people were were fixating on that word, or you know what I mean, something like that to try and decode who it's gonna be. Yeah. I just think it's gonna be Nova, and that's gonna be not the Nova Chord, a carrot,
Nova.
Nova.
It's my favorite. He's my second favorite. Iron Fist might be my favorite.
But I think it's gonna be something like that.
Yeah, cool trailer. Cool news about Guardians of the Galaxy 2. But way cooler news.
You got coolest news.
I think this might be the coolest news.
Okay.
Freshest cereal. Star Wars is also a big franchise.
I have heard of Star Wars.
Extended into comics and such. And
correct.
Books. And in
even Christmas specials.
And various other television show specials.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so in an upcoming Star Wars novel titled Lords of the Sith,
okay,
the writer, his name is Paul Kemp, will be introducing the first ever canon LGBT character.
Really?
Yeah, in Star Wars.
Who? What's the name? Is it a Sith Lord that has a crazy name?
Moff Mors.
Nah.
It is described as, quote, an Imperial who has made some very serious mistakes, but is still considered to be, quote, an incredibly capable leader and spends much of the book working hard to prevent absolute failure.
Okay.
It's a female, so she's a lesbian. That's so fucking tight.
Yeah. I mean, we are living in 2015.
Yeah, I know, but you know.
And in a world where lots of arguments against gay marriage and stuff like that, being God doesn't like gay people and stuff.
Yeah.
Living in a universe where space travel and
aliens,
and it's proven that there's more out there than just us on this planet and
Right.
there's not one. You know what I mean?
Suspend that belief.
Right. Then the notion of like of that is like completely out the fucking window.
Yeah.
And the notion of like it's wrong to be gay is like completely out the fucking window.
Right. Now, before anybody yells at me and is like, no, you've never read the extended universe. Yes, there is a hint in another book that might maybe potentially lead, it's very like ambiguous, to a same-sex Mandalorian couple.
Okay.
But it's never officially stated. She is officially, Moff Morris, is officially a lesbian.
Right. Outwardly.
So,
like, I have a girlfriend. Or like,
something
I
like that.
want a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like.
So there you go. Moving on. That's tight. 2015.
Moving on up.
Yeah.
2015, moving on up.
Kind of. Some other things for 2015.
Okay.
At the PAX East 2015 Gearbox panel.
So this weekend.
Correct. This happened on Sunday. There was a Gearbox panel, and they announced 2 release dates, only one of which I care about.
Okay.
I actually just don't even know what the other one is, so I'm not going to bother stating it.
What is it?
Tales from the Borderlands Episode 2.
Right. What was the other one? I want to know.
The pre-sequel DLC.
Oh, a new DLC for the pre-sequel?
Yes, I believe maybe...
Or is it for the Handsome Jack collection thing?
No, it's for the pre-sequel.
Oh.
But anyway, Tales from the Borderlands, March 17th.
Fucking finally.
March
but
17th.
You want to know what's
so
fucking...
it's next week.
Right. Awesome. Why didn't they announce that at fucking PAX South when they
were in their hometown? I don't fucking know. All right? I will never get over the fact how awful Gearbox presence at PAX South was. It was terrible. It was pathetic. I can't even be nice about it.
Not to mention, like, they were like, we have our own area, like the Gearbox area.
The fun zone?
Yeah, like...
Awful. The worst.
Like, I give them credit for trying to, like...
No, I don't give them any credit.
Okay, but I give them credit for trying to, like, create this, like, community space. You know what I mean? Which is sweet. Which is, like, I like that stuff. But... They didn't do anything.
Didn't even have a booth. They had a bigger booth at PAXEast 2014.
Oh, that was...
It was a great booth.
Yeah.
But fuck this. Or that. Whatever. That's cool. All right. So earlier, Nick said...
I didn't say anything.
The second game to be released on September 1st, and this was officially announced, released, not leaked, is Mad Max, which is nice.
What? I've never heard this before.
Right. But that leads me into our week of the bad. Mad Max PS3 and Xbox 360 versions have been canceled.
Is that bad?
I mean, not for us.
Right. Okay.
But I mean, I can imagine a lot of people are not.
But
on
honestly, fucking move on up to the next gen.
A lot of people can't afford next gen, honey.
Trade it in.
That doesn't do too much.
It doesn't do too much. I know. I'm being insensitive.
You are, absolutely.
I just like when that full shift is made. You know what I mean?
Right. When we all move together.
Right. When everyone's together.
Like a herd.
Yeah.
Anyway.
When Tim stops fucking around and gets a PS4. That's what I like.
Taking stabs at Tim Utley.
Well, tell him to get that PS4 and stop fucking around.
Anyway, sorry, I was reading a quote. So the next thing on the bad list, and this is atrocious.
Wait, so is it bad or is it ugly?
I mean, it's not, I don't know. I think we have different definitions of what bad and ugly are, but this pisses me off.
All right, go.
Comcast has blocked HBO Go on the PS4.
Right. This is fucking horseshit. This is 10 tons of cow dung. All right? Like, if you already have Comcast, you're already paying for it.
Regardless.
Right. So why
do they care if I utilize it on theirs or on... Because here's the thing. I only have one fucking giant box, and it's downstairs way out of the way where I don't have a 55-inch TV or whatever we have.
Right. But that aside of, like, where our shit is, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
I'm already paying for it.
They don't let you use it on iPad either.
Right. I'm already paying for it. Why can't I use it wherever the fuck I want?
Well, I'll tell you why. I have a quote.
Okay, quote me.
Xfinity customers who subscribe to HBO currently have access to the full HBO library via their Set2 box or via Xfinity TV Go platforms across devices. We also currently authenticate more than 90 networks across 18 devices, and we began authenticating HBO and Showtime on Roku last December.
Oh, lovely.
Who the fuck has a Roku?
A lot of people. But...
So there is no shortage in the number of ways for our customers to access their content across the devices and platforms of their choice. But that's not fucking true, because I want to use it on my fucking PlayStation 4, which is what I use 90% of the time.
Yeah, it's always on.
I'm paying for fucking cable that I hardly ever watch.
Right.
Just let me use the one fucking thing.
Yeah, to watch Silicon Valley.
Comcast, suck my fucking dick, you pieces of shit. They are literally the worst company on planet Earth, I think.
They're not a good one.
They are awful. I cannot wait to move.
Bad customer service.
Terrible customer service. Clearly, they don't give a fuck about what their customers are using because they want to fucking put everything on the goddamn fucking Roku.
They must have steak in Roku.
Fucking hate them. I'm so done with Comcast.
Yeah.
My shit never works anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Like, motherfuckers.
Fix your shit.
I fucking hate all of you.
Okay, all right. Next thing. I'm going down.
Chair break?
Chair's going down.
The chair is not... We should spend a little bit more money and get a better chair.
Yeah, this chair's going down.
Not a Walmart chair. We were always fucking around in it. Like,
what do you mean I'm fucking
you're
around?
always like slamming back and forth like violently. Gotta be careful. All right.
Fix your shit, Comcast.
This is bad and ugly, but I feel like it's not ugly enough to be ugly, so I put it in bad.
What?
It's a rumor / I don't know. Someone wants to play Spider-Man, and they better never play Spider-Man, or I'll fucking blow my brains out.
Is it Will Smith?
Oh my god, that's pretty bad. No, it's
He's
not.
already playing Deadshot.
That would be terrible, though. God.
All right,
I'm
who?
just thinking about it. Freddie Highmore. He plays Norman Bates in Bates Motel.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, that squeebly little motherfucker.
Well, I don't know. Like I've said before on the show, I think that until someone
photoshopped him into the suit. Look how bad it is.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for that. But
I'd rather Dylan O'Brien, and he's already confirmed that he is not even in talks.
But like I've said before on the show, I think I can't really count people out until they give me a reason to. Like I'm willing to sit there and let you prove me wrong.
I don't even think he's a good actor, though, so I'm already writing him off. I think Bates Motel is a piece of shit show.
Wow.
I tried watching it.
You did try.
A lot of episodes, actually. Almost all of the first season. Yeah. And then I was like, yeah, the show's not good. I'm not going to watch it anymore. And it's not good.
Piece of shit show?
It's a piece of shit show.
Wow.
Yeah. You know what else is a piece of shit?
Oh my god. What?
The fact that they're making a Barbie movie.
Yeah. So what's up with that?
They just got they hired a writer.
I hope they hired me.
No, they hired Diablo Cody. Now, if you don't recognize that name, I'll tell you who he is. He wrote the script for Juno. And Jennifer's Body, which is a bad movie. And Young Adult, which was, like, surprisingly underwhelming.
Now, is the Barbie movie going to be Juno shot with Barbies?
Okay, that might be a little interesting. But no.
Like Barbie's pregs, and now Barbie has to figure out how to, like, raise this baby alone. But then she realizes, maybe I'll just give the baby away.
The producer said Diablo's unconventionality is just what Barbie needs. It signals we're going for a legitimately contemporary tone. We're bringing her on because she had great ideas. But even more importantly, she truly loves Barbie.
We're going for that really, like, that other side of the pillow feel with this Barbie.
The site adds that Sony hopes the theme of empowerment overrides the fashion accessories that have been a staple of the $3 billion a year toy brand.
Sweet fucking Jesus. All right,
Barbie is so empowering.
Shauna, this is bad. No.
Are you putting this into ugly?
This is ugly.
We're moving it on down.
The judge has spoken. I am the judge. Ugly. I'm Judge Judy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And that's ugly.
This is bad. It's not bad enough to be ugly, but EA shuts down Maxis Studios.
I know, that's just
the
sad.
creators of Or the
SimCity, SimTown.
Now, does that mean that all of the servers are gonna?
No, they'll probably support the servers for a while because SimCity like just fucking came out.
Well, that's like, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, moving on. First piece of ugly news. This is just real quick. I don't really want to get into it too much.
Excuse me.
Shuhei Yoshida, the great
Lord Shuhei.
He told Game Informer in an interview
so fucking funny
that the PlayStation Network is, quote, literally attacked every day.
He's so funny.
And that Sony is working diligently to combat each effort. But
I don't know if he should have been saying that.
Yeah.
Sometimes he says things that are just
we are always working against these attacks. Actually, an attack happens every day. Literally every day. Some days are bigger, some days are smaller. Some days they devise new means, new ways. It's like cat and mouse. We have a partner company we work with, and we always update the new ways the attacker might deploy. So it is a constant battle.
I just imagine like Sony, it's like
waking up and like gotta go
invaders.
Fight terrorists.
No, it's like Space Invaders. They're just like
that's how it is.
And Shuhei's just like manning a gun. He's like, stop! Like.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. That's ugly. You know what else is ugly, though? Actually, the news is ugly. It's
physically
aesthetically ugly. Everything about it is ugly, and that would be the Supergirl costume.
The Supergirl costume is just straight Uggs.
It's awful. I get what they're doing. A lot of people have spoken out against Supergirl's retro attire with the keyhole and the short skirt and high boots and thighs revealing. So they thought, well, you know what? She is a young girl. It is a little creepy for her to dress like a 28-year-old stripper. We're going to cover her up a bit. They covered her basically from head to toe.
Yeah. And they
it's the least appealing costume I've ever seen.
And it looks like dingy and like
it does. It's like
there's like
she's
color
wearing
palette.
like dirty boots.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, the boots are awful.
Yeah, the color palette is awful.
I could get behind the long sleeve one piece with like the attached skirt if the boots were a little bit shorter, maybe just above the knee, and she wasn't wearing like brown tights.
Yeah, the picture they posted was dark to begin with, and on top of it, I feel like the palette of
that girl does not look like what I want Supergirl to look like either. And I feel bad saying that. She just doesn't have a Supergirl look to her.
I mean,
I think this is worse than Wonder Woman.
Right, but costume alone, like just
it's awful.
Her, like
0 on a scale of 1 to 10.
I just don't like it.
It's awful.
It's an ugly costume.
Yeah, it is quite ugly.
So it is an ugly piece of news.
Yeah.
Is that it, or you got more?
No, that's it for ugly. 2 pieces of ugly. 3.
All right, so that was it.
Barbie movie was moved down to ugly.
What?
Barbie movie was moved down to ugly.
Yeah, because the quote that that they gave for it was just like
a couple
horrendous.
of the quotes were horrendous.
Yeah. So all right, so that wraps up the good, the bad, the ugly for this week.
Yeah. So
overall, it was a good week.
Overwhelmingly good. Yeah.
All right.
So every week, I find things on the internet that I want to tell Nick about. Because he's bad at using the internet.
I'm awful at it. Today,
I just made you a Facebook
You made me a Facebook. I'm on Facebook. Find me on Facebook. I don't know how to use it. I haven't been on yet.
Nicholas Cascarella. I added some friends for him, but I don't run his life.
Literally, after this, I'm going to figure out how to use it.
It's actually pretty easy. Sometimes I get confused still because I've only had a Facebook for about like 4 months. Mm-hmm. But
4 months and you still get confused. I'm fucked. This is bad.
Anyway, so around the web.
Around the
I
web.
have 2 pieces for around the web today.
What?
Yep. The first is just fucking hilarious, but doesn't really fit into any of the above listed topics.
Okay.
I'm just gonna read the opening paragraph of the IGN article.
All right.
This
comes from IGN. Who wrote it?
I don't know how to say his last name.
Okay.
Jim.
Give it a shot.
Vejvoda.
Okay.
It's an odd last name, sorry.
Yeah.
Jim.
Apologies, Jim.
An 11-year-old boy in Britain whipped school officials into a frenzy when he came to class dressed as Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey, complete with toys.
Toys?
No, comma, toys.
Okay. So, probably whips?
Yeah, it looks like a whip, maybe like a blindfold.
Okay. So he wants to be
okay, well no, there's more to the story. Okay, so it was the school's World Book Day celebration where students went to school dressed up as a character from their favorite book. Mm-hmm. And he dressed as Christian Grey because apparently it's his favorite book. I don't know if that's actually true or if he was just trying to be funny. If so, class clown. Him. Yeah. He looks more like the Joker, to be honest. He's wearing like a purplish suit, but still.
Anyway, he's wearing a suit and's got some sex toys.
Yeah. They're hardly sex toys. It's like his mom's face mask that she sleeps with at night, and then it looks like...
And his mom's dildo.
No. It's not even like toys. You know what it is? It's zip ties. There is a scene in the book where he zip ties her, which is a little rapey and kidnappy.
I was going to say, this kid is like seriously close to catching a case, walking around with zip ties.
Well, here's the thing. Other characters, they told him he had to change his character, that he had to be James Bond, who is actually very promiscuous and kills people.
I was going to say...
That's a quote from his mom.
And we talk about like 60s, 70s Bond, then like...
Yeah. She also posted on Twitter, she posted the picture and said, "This is an offensive costume, excluded from photos, told to change, yet teacher dressed as a serial killer and others had guns." So a lot of people dressed up as like murderers, like from books where someone's a murderer or something.
Yeah.
So this kid was told that he isn't allowed to wear... this costume, but other people dressed up as serial killers. So I want to know who was dressed up as the Craigslist killer.
That's the best costume.
We know someone who wore that costume.
And he looked just like him.
It was really creepy.
Like, he
looks like him anyway.
Right. So, and then he just, like, put on khakis and, like, a blue button-up shirt.
Yeah, and like, glasses and slicked his hair back really...
slicked his hair to the side and, like...
Oh, so creepy.
And just
I think he had a computer with him.
Yeah, it, like, looked like the Craigslist killer.
Very creepy. Okay, so that's the first around the web. And then the second one... Now, this is more of, like, a nice thing that stemmed from something bad. Honey, have you heard of the Dancing Man yet?
Is it me?
No, it's not you.
I tend to dance.
Okay, so this...
Lord of the Dance, you can call me.
I don't know how to put this. Immensely overweight man who was seen dancing at a show.
Him.
Yeah, good for him is right. And somebody posted his picture of him dancing and then posted a picture of him looking very sad and glum.
I hope someone wasn't mean to him.
And this is on 4chan, by the way. So...
Okay, so it's probably mean.
And it's the two pictures side by side with the caption, "Spotted this specimen trying to dance the other week. He stopped when he saw us laughing." This blew up.
People being mad?
Yeah, people being mad.
Good.
And then...
Because listen, sometimes you get the fever, Shauna. All right? You just get the boogie fever.
I knew you do, honey.
You just get the boogie fever and you can't stop.
Then Cassandra Fairbanks, which sounds like a fake name.
Cassandra.
Her name was Cassandra. Cassandra Fairbanks, a Los Angeles activist.
Straight up.
Decided...
You hand out business cards and your business card says activist?
LA activist.
Who pays you?
I don't know. Anyway, she runs like a group where like women get together and try to empower each other. And she does decent work, I guess. Nothing I care about, but still. She should really go see the Barbie movie is what she should do. Anyway, so she posted on Twitter, "Anyone know this man or who posted this? There's a huge group of ladies in LA who would like to do something special for him," which is nice. So they spent like weeks trying to find this guy. And then they found him.
Okay. What was he doing? Dancing. I hope they found him and he was dancing.
No, he was from London. I think he was seen posing with like a mascot from like a sporting event or something. Mm-hmm. And someone was like, "Hey, you're the dancing man." Mm-hmm. And so, I don't know, whatever. So they decided they wanted to throw him a party.
Where he can dance
Where he can dance with a bunch of hot LA chicks.
Okay.
Which is tight. Now, this is only made better by the fact that what I would consider to be C-list celebrities, but other people might call them A-listers, by which I mean Pharrell Williams. Moby. And Ellie Goulding. Ellie Goulding, she's saying that song.
Pharrell is like...
an A-lister.
Very popular.
He's like a C-lister in my mind.
Moby has fallen off a little. I think he's...
Maybe a D?
He's still popular, I think, but but he's not like late 90s popular.
In this article,
Oh, God.
Pharrell Williams and Ellie Goulding are in blue because when you click on it, it takes you to their Twitter, and Moby's just bold.
He might not have Twitter.
I doubt he has much of anything. I'm surprised he even heard about this. He's going to this party nonetheless. I guess that's pretty
so now
cool.
it's like a big deal, this party.
Yeah,
This is like the what's what.
Oh, wait, no, Moby posted a tweet. I offer my DJ services for free for Dancing Man. Or hashtag Dancing Man. Hashtag Dancing Man found.
All right, honestly.
No one should ever be ashamed about dancing. Good for you, Moby.
That's fucking badass.
Ellie Goulding tweeted, I want to dance with hashtag Dancing Man and play at the party. Pharrell Williams said, hey, at Cassandra Rules, keep me posted about your dance party. At Dancing Man found, never be ashamed of yourself. You are both truly hashtag other preaching hands emoji.
Pharrell hit the nail right on the head.
Right. LA Coliseum has already offered to host the party.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Fans worldwide have contributed to more than $35,000 raised for the party on a GoFundMe page. And others say any money not used for Sean's party will be donated to an anti-bullying charity.
That's sick.
Yeah, so this dude's just going to go dance with a bunch of celebs and hot babes, and everyone, unfortunately, is just sitting at home.
Yeah, fucking being mad at the internet.
God damn you, fat men! Shaking their fists at the sky. Oops. Knocking off my pop filter.
So there's the lesson of the day. If you feel like you got the fever,
just dance it out.
Boogie it out.
You might get a party hosted by fucking Moby.
Yeah, Moby might.
No, good for him. I think that's really awesome, in all honesty.
Yeah.
And I love me some fat men, so I am team fat. Not personally, but in love and passion.
All right. Well, that was episode 49 of
Not
This
really.
3DLife. You got more?
I have what's coming out this week.
Oh, for fuck's
We
sake.
do that sometimes.
I forget that things come out.
Yeah. Well, this week, a game is coming out that I really want to fucking play. And won't get to because we don't have a gaming PC. So everyone needs to go play it, and I will live vicariously through you. That would be Shelter 2, where you're playing as like a bobcat or a lynx. I don't really know what species of medium-sized cat
I really
it is.
won't like this game and want to play it. I have no idea.
No, I just don't know what species of medium-sized cat it is. It's not a big cat. Honey, it's 7 p.m. and the sun is still out. Kind of. Anyway, Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number, comes out for PS3, PS4, Vita, PC, and Mac. That's tight. We will be posting a Let's Play on Wednesday, Nick and Steve, which will be fucking hilarious, I know.
Superstar Steve.
Yes. Celebrity guest star.
Yeah, he's our celebrity guest star. He's also...
He's a bigger celebrity than fucking Moby. Anyway.
Why are you getting so down on Moby?
My brother really likes Moby.
There you go.
Anyway, 2 DLCs come out this week. The Evil Within the Assignment DLC and Far Cry 4 Valley of the Yetis DLC. Tight.
The Yeti one I'm interested in. I won't play it, but I'm interested in it.
It looks like it's actually pretty cool. We should probably get it.
I don't think so.
Hello? And then on Xbox 360, PC, and Xbox One, Ori and the Blind Forest is apparently finally coming out. Unless it got delayed again, which I feel like I might have heard that it was getting delayed.
Wednesday.
Okay, but I feel like I heard it was...
No.
Okay, it's actually coming out?
Yeah.
And then the only movie I care to see or that I knew about was Cinderella 2015's already coming out.
Really?
Yeah, that's this Friday.
You gonna go alone?
No, you're going to come with me.
Friday?
Yeah. James T. Kirk is in it.
I'm busy on Friday, actually.
What? Oh, we do have plans. We'll go see it on Saturday.
I'm definitely busy then.
Whoa, no you're not.
All right, well, that's been episode 49 of This 3DLife.
Actually,
this time, as always, go over to Twitter, follow us. YouTube, follow us.
Hopefully by the end of this week, our website will be all entirely figured out.
But if you go to Twitter, you get all the info there. So
We let you know. We hook it up.
Yep. So at This 3DLife, I am at iSalsaShark. Shauna is at XShauna O. So go on over, give us a follow, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Twitch, and until next time, say goodbye, Shauna.
Goodbye, Shauna.